Hey there. I am finally checking in. Most of you know it's been a kind of a difficult past week or so. And I have not had the energy to even open Instagram all week. But I've had so many sweet messages of support and love and prayers. And I felt like I needed to get on and say thank you. Thought I was ready to do this. My stepdad, who's been my dad and grandpa to all the grandkids and everything. He hasn't been in great health since my mom died a year and a half ago, but he was doing okay. Then he's had a couple of back surgeries during the last year, and they kind of left him in a wheelchair, and that was so hard for him. He hated being dependent on people, and he just, his quality of life was terrible the last year. But then he got had to get a catheter, and they had placed it Wednesday before last, a permanent one, I guess. I can't remember what they called it, the medical term for it, but they gave him a catheter. And then I guess that was Wednesday before last weekend, and then by Friday morning he was in a lot of pain from that area in his lower abdomen and everything, and so something wasn't quite right with the catheter. So I took him to the emergency room Friday night and found out he had an infection, a really bad UTI. It was already in his bloodstream. He was septic, and he had pneumonia. So they admitted him to the hospital and started him on IV antibiotics, and then I knew he had told him when we first checked in that he was a DNR, do not resuscitate. If his heart or something stopped, he didn't want them to go to extreme measures to keep him alive. But then that Saturday afternoon, the doctor came in, and she wanted to clarify his wishes about all of that, and that's when she asked him if he wanted to continue, because it sounded like he definitely didn't want to be resuscitated and everything. And so then she asked the question if he wanted to continue medical treatment for the UTI and the pneumonia and continue the antibiotics and everything. And he said no. He said he was done. He wanted to start comfort care, and he really wanted to go home. So by Sunday afternoon, we were able to get him home with hospice, and they brought all the equipment we needed and everything. And then my sister came up from Fort Worth, and all the family, his other kids, and all of us were around a lot this week, which was wonderful. I know that's what he wanted, and he was home, and he knew he was home Sunday, so he was happy about it. He kind of seemed like he lost consciousness probably Monday or so, and then my sister stayed there at his house 24 hours a day and gave him the pain meds and the other meds they give you to make them comfortable for hospice. And she called me about 4:15 Thursday morning and said he had passed. I mean, that she thought he was taking his last breath. And so I drove into town, and it was his last breath. So I wasn't there for that, but she was. Anyway, this has been a really hard week. And I didn't realize how much energy it takes to keep up an Instagram account and everything. But it was really a good break. I needed it, and I haven't been ready to be on yet. I filmed some videos this afternoon for some wigs I needed to review, and I've had the company's waiting on it, and I felt bad, but I just had to act my way through it. I wasn't feeling it. But hopefully, if I edit them well enough, they'll be presentable. I may have to film them over again, I don't know. But I faked my way through those, I guess. So when you see them, you'll think, oh, she's acting like nothing even happened. But that was just acting. I loved being in drama in high school, and then I've done some community things and church things, and so I can't say I'm a great actor, but I love acting, so I guess that's part of the appeal of all of this. Anyway, I know I've said anyway about 20 times so far probably, but I wanted to just thank you all. Thank you for all your messages and your thoughts and your prayers, and I have felt the love reading through everything the last couple of days, and it's touched me deeply. So many of you have gone through things like this too, so you know how hard it is. I guess dying is part of life, but it sure sucks. And I've been kind of taking care of my mom for probably the last 10 years, and now she's gone. And then the same for my stepdad the last few years. And now he's gone, and I'm not sure. I'm having a bit of an identity crisis. Because that's who I am, that's what I've been, so I don't know. I'm going to figure it out, though. Thank you again. It's meant the world to me, knowing you're out there supporting me and praying for us. I love y'all. I consider y'all my friends. Thank you. One more thing I forgot to add. I'm all ready for the Super Bowl. Go Chiefs. And I even did my nails in kind of Kansas City Chiefs colors. This is gold. I don't know if you can see it on the ends. I'm obsessed with Olive and June nail polish, so I'm trying to get in the spirit. Anyway, have a great Sunday, and hope you have a good Super Bowl party or something to go to. We're just staying home. So, go Chiefs!